What's up, gamers? Today, we're going to be making a tier list. A Final Fantasy XIV job tier list. Excuse the mic, I'm moving it. Hopefully it's not making too much noise. Moved a bit closer, so maybe you can hear me better. Or, it just made me louder than I already am. Who knows? Anyway, this tier list is going to be the jobs that I like the most, or not like the most necessarily, but the jobs I like to see the most in like my groups and whatnot. That's what this tier list is going to be about. What's up? It won't take up too much of your time. Speeds the name, speeds the game, as they say. I'm here to tell you, to subscribe and like the video. I would really appreciate it. So, we've got 6 levels. We got triple S, A, B, C, D, and question mark. Now, we're gonna start off with the question mark because there's only one job that's going down there, and that's Blue Mage. I've tried to level Blue Mage before. Never had a Blue Mage in my group because it's a limited job. You can't really take it into a lot of content. But I've tried to level Blue Mage. It was a hassle. It was kind of confusing. And I got bored. So I don't really have a good opinion of Blue Mage. I hear that they can do some funny stuff. Like especially when the special tombstone events are going on. They can do some funny events to farm those quickly. But I didn't really participate in that. So I don't know how cool they are. Next, now we're gonna go top down. So at the top is Dark Knight. Obviously, it's the best class in the game. He has a big sword. He got some really cool armor, thick armor, black, red. That's all you need. Really, that's all you need. The sword, honestly, is just a bonus. Especially with how cool all the swords are. Like, Warrior is also a pretty good class. But, Final Fantasy has this problem where they don't make the axes big enough. I play WoW. Occasionally. I play WoW. Those axes, here's an image of one of the axes. It's so good. Axes in WoW are great because they are big, unless you're using it on a goblin or like a gnome. Then because of the body size, the size is scaled down and it just looks incorrect. Anyway, yeah, Dark Knight's at the top. Next one. The next one is down at A, and that is Reaper. The reasoning is similar to Dark Knight. They've got black, red. They've also got like a mix of like black and blue with guillotine and gallows. I think those are the right moves. And then Communio is such a cool looking move. It's so satisfying to press and hit. Whoo, baby. They share armor with Dragoon, which is already good because the maiming gear is pretty nice. But I don't like the playstyle of Dragoon, and I also hate leveling jobs in this game. So I don't have a leveled up Dragoon. I think I got it to like 20 that gave up. So it's still at Lancer. But I got Reaper. It's cool. I love it. And it can buff me when I'm playing Dark Knight if I see it in a group. Next one is Summoner. Where is it? There it is. Summoner's in A. This is the only caster that's in A. Reason being I play it. That's really it. And if I see a Summoner in my group, they can buff my damage with Searing Light. And also, I love seeing Bahamut. I always have my pet size on large. I highly recommend keeping your pet size on large if you don't, because how else are you going to know when they're in Bahamut phase? I mean, if you have your pet size on small, your summoner's going to go into Bahamut phase and you're not even going to notice. Because Bahamut's just going to be tiny. You're not going to see it. But like, if you got your pet size on large, they summon Bahamut and then bam, he's on your screen, you see him, you know, Searing Light's about to come out. As long as they're timing their buffs correctly. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I love Bahamut. Phoenix is pretty good, but I like Bahamut more. I also like how summoners have a melee combo when they use Ifrit. That's so funny to me. It's great, honestly. But that's it for A. We're going down to B. And the first one in B is Bard. B for Bard. It makes sense. The reason Bard goes here is because I like seeing Bards in my group. They don't have a lot of personal damage, but their songs buff my damage. So they're good in my book. I'm currently leveling a Bard, but because I hate leveling in this game, it's only level 53. I started fairly recently. I don't know, like 2 weeks ago? No, not 2 weeks ago. Probably like a week ago at most. I've been doing it off and on. It's so boring. Oh my god. Next in B is Dragoon. Actually, no, Dancer, and then Dragoon after that. But we'll talk about Dancer first. So Dancer. Now, Dancer is both in B and C at the same time. When dancers are in B, when they dance partner me. Okay? So they buff my damage. This is similar with Dragoon. But Dancer also just kind of like hovers between them, because even if I don't get dance partner, they still buff the whole group, which means I'm getting buffed, even if I'm not the dance partner. So that's pretty good. Also, I really like how dancers are all proc based. I love RNG in my video games, which is why I play an enhancement shaman in Classic WoW. But I'm not going to be playing an enhancement shaman soon enough, because Wrath of the Lich King is going to come out soon, and I'll probably be able to play Death Knight, which is my true main. But moving on to Dragoon. Dragoon's in B, as long as they put the Dragon's Eye on me. Any left eye goes on me and they get right eye. I don't know. I don't really pay attention. All I know is that when they connect with me, I get buffed, my damage goes high, and I'm happy. The dopamine, it's flowing. Bonus that Dragoons also look pretty cool, and they got some pretty cool lances. But that's it for B. Actually, no, that's not it for B. My bad. Astrologian is also in B, because when they draw a card, they can give me a card, and it buffs my damage, so I do more damage. Now, I would have put Astrologian in A. Also, I apologize for saying Astrologian. I watched a bit too many Larry Zor videos when I was getting into Final Fantasy, and now I can't just get it. I can't correct the way I pronounce it. I'm sorry. So, Astrologians would be an A if Square Enix didn't make the change to where the cards that they draw, they're all boring now. So before, tanks used to get kings, like King of Crowns or something. King of Crowns isn't in there anymore, I think. I'm not sure. So I don't get kings anymore, so that makes them slightly worse, but they do still buff me when they put a card on me, so that's why they're in B. I think they're also just pretty cool, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, it's time to do. You know the meme. Next, Scholar is in B. This I don't know if I think they could buff. I think they're the ones that use divination. I don't think that's white mage. I'm pretty sure that is Scholar that uses divination. But so there's that. But also, I really like running fast. My character name is Sonic the Hedgehog after all. So whenever Scholar presses that expedience button, oh boy, dopamine. Bam. That's why they're in B. In C, we're going down to C now. We got Ninja. Ninja's in C and not B because Ninja doesn't buff me, but Ninja does debuff the target, which means I do more damage. Excuse me. So yeah, I don't really understand Ninja. All I know is that whenever I see a debuff, if they put Vone stacks onto the boss, I say stacks, they can only put one stack because, you know, that's how it works. But from what I've heard of from my friends, Ninja's too confusing for me to play. They've got a bunch of hand signals, mudras, suiton, doton. It'll all go over my head. And after I memorize the correct hand signals, it's like Naruto. If I wanted to play Ninja. But I'm not going to play Ninja. I think they're pretty cool. They get 2 free dashes. Like, untargeted dashes. So, honestly, maybe I should play Ninja because that would make me too fast. They're also just move faster innately. But because my character is named Sonic the Hedgehog, I also move faster innately. So, it's that. That's enough for Ninja. Next is Red Mage. Red Mage is here because they're pretty cool. I like the fact that they are a melee caster TM. I don't know how much of the Red Mage's combo is melee. I think it's just like the ending whenever they fill up their gauge. But I don't know. But that's not the important part. The important part is that they can buff me, so I do more damage. In fact, they should actually be up here. Yeah, that was my bad. They should be in B. So they should actually be in B because they buff me, so my damage goes higher, and I'm happy. With a bonus effect of being able to raise the group as long as they're above level 70. I think it's around level 70 that they get their res. But yeah, they're also pretty cool just with the clothing, like the artifact set, the job sets that they get. I like it. Is there anyone else in C? I'm gonna put the healers in C, or the other two. Sage, pretty cool. I like Sage, except for whenever. Actually, no, I say except for whenever. No, this is a bonus onto the Sage. Phlegma balls. It's funny every time. White Mage is also there. I'm not really sure what White Mage does, but apparently they're pretty bad right now. I don't know if that's entirely true. Whenever I see a White Mage, I'm kind of just content because they don't buff my damage. But, I mean, they're pretty good at keeping me alive. So, I'm happy whenever they do that. Right, Monk. Monk is... I'm trying to remember. Is Monk in B or C? I don't remember if they have a party buff. Okay, so I don't remember. I'm not gonna look it up. So for now, they're in C. Because I try to play Monk. I like how the GCD is just innately lower. But the way monks work with their lunar and solar stuff goes way over my head. Similar to how ninjas mudras would go way over my head. But monks are pretty cool because they attack fast, and I really like the rotation of dragon kick into dragon kick, dragon kick into dragon kick, dragon kick into dragon, so on and so forth. So that's why they're in C. Should they go in D for dragon kick? Maybe, but D is reserved for, as they say, lesser classes. So D, Black Mage, doesn't buff me, does pretty good damage, but they like to stand still in AoEs and not move. So they're going to D for Death. Machinist. Correct me if I'm wrong, but machinists don't have any buffs for the party. They do have the equivalent of Troubadour from Bards. I don't remember what it's called, but it reduces your damage taken for the party. They do have that. But other than that, they can't buff me, so I can't do bigger damage. And honestly, Summoner is just a better machinist. Summoner is just a better ranged physical DPS than everyone else because they're a caster with the advantage of mostly having instant casts. So that's cool. But yeah, machinist is in D. And then Samurai is also in D because they don't buff my damage. They don't buff me. They don't buff my damage. They don't put a debuff on the boss. I mean, no, dots aren't a debuff. Dots are not a debuff. They put a dot on the boss. Samurai is pretty cool because I like how they can use for what the button's called before you get the Sen. But the Madari Setsugeka button, I really like how you can use it from like 10 feet away. Or at least that's what it feels like. I don't remember how much I think it's like 6 yalms or something. I don't know how long that is. It feels really long though. And it's really funny whenever I use it from max range. Yes, I do play Samurai. I've been trying to level a Samurai. I started playing it after Kaiten got removed, so I don't know what it was like. I did hear that people are sad about it. I can't tell you if it's a good change or not because I didn't play with Kaiten. But I will take the word of people that actually played Samurai, and I will assist you in getting it back if you want assistance. Anyway, moving on to the other two tanks, Gunbreaker and Warrior are in D. Because they're not Dark Knight, so they're just automatically in D. Gunbreaker doesn't buff me. When they use their invuln, it sends them down to 1 health, and then your healers are like, oh no, he's almost dead. So unless you have a macro or like a smart healer that knows how to look, they're gonna be like, oh, he's not superbolizing. What do we do? So yeah. Gunbreaker. Yeah, that's it for Gunbreaker. I'm just gonna complain about their Warrior. I don't even know. They have an invul. It's home game. What does it do? Don't you have to be in range? Don't you have to have a target for Warrior's invul? I'm pretty sure you have to have a target for Warrior's invul and also be right next to them. And that's pretty ass. But I think it just stops you from taking damage. Oh, correct me if I'm wrong there. Or if it just stops you from dying. I don't know. I don't play Warrior. And the only reason I have Warrior leveled up to like 52 is because I was forced to play Warrior until I could get Dark Knight. Yeah. Also, Warriors are actually they're pretty good because they don't actually need a healer in like dungeons and whatnot, as long as you're doing high level dungeons, like 80 and above dungeons. So end game dungeons. They don't need a healer because they're busted. They have so much self-healing and I'd say mitigation. Do they have mitigation? I'm not sure. But they've got a lot of self-healing. So, I mean, you can see how much self-healing they got. I've got a video of me and some friends taking 3 DPS and a warrior into Smileton and just steamroll it. So you can go check that out. But that's the tier list right there, fellas. I hope you'd enjoyed. If you have any wrong opinions you would like to state down in the comments below, go ahead and do so. This is all the classes. I'm not missing any. And thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, or just more Final Fantasy content in general, or maybe you want more tier lists, go ahead and like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And with that said, I will see you all next time. Peace out, gamers.